Huge AFC East game on Sunday. Bills at the Patriots. Both these teams look like they're going to the AFC playoffs. Trysta, which team is better built to win a Super Bowl this year? Buffalo or New England?
It's right now for me. It's not about vibes. It's about football. It's about roster. It's about what I've seen, and it's not just the last couple of weeks. Right now for me, it's New England. You're talking about a team that plays with a clarity of identity. They know where they are. They're super disciplined. They're situationally elite. They don't beat themselves, and the Bills do beat themselves. Yeah, are they able to come back in like this miraculous form? Sure. Are they talented at specific positions, especially the quarterback position? Yes. But, like, their third down defense is trash. They've got red zone issues. Their run defense all year has been a problem. They've got late game miscues. I don't know how I feel about the coach. I hate even saying it, but, like, all the logic in me says Patriots.
You're 100% right with everything you said. And for all the Bills fans out there, I'd love for you to disagree with me on this. The reason why I don't like Buffalo this year and never have to win the Super Bowl is because you said, like, the defense is terrible. And we don't even have to say just third down defense. The defense stinks. It stinks. I don't trust it in any big spot against any big-time quarterback. But I think the reason why I would actually say Buffalo, even if I don't think either team can win it, who can get there, I would say Buffalo, is because Kansas City's not going to make it. And Kansas City's been the one team that Josh Allen can't get over the hump against. And it kind of strikes me a little bit as the 2 times the Steelers went to the Super Bowl with Ben Roethlisberger, right? Or the 3 times, really, never had to play the New England Patriots on the way there. Or when the Packers and Brett Favre finally got over the hump, Trysta, they didn't have to play your Dallas Cowboys, who had their number in the 90s. This could be, if the Chiefs miss the playoffs, now the window and the door is finally open for Josh Allen and the Bills to win the AFC. That's why I'd say it's Buffalo.
Yeah, and I get that. I think we're probably just saying, I'm thinking that it's the ceiling that's higher for the Patriots, and you're basically saying the big bad wolf is gone, and so now things are wide open for a team that's lost their bugaboo.
I think that's really fair. The ceiling, I would say, is higher for the Patriots a little bit, but I don't think either team can win the Super Bowl, but who do I think can get there? And it kind of leads into a conversation about the game on Sunday. Like, Josh Allen's been there and he's done that, which doesn't mean Drake May can't do it. We just haven't seen him do it. So I would side with Buffalo for right now, and things can obviously change in the coming weeks, maybe even after the game on Sunday. So look, I think the rest of the nation, 31 other fan bases, perhaps you, the person watching this right now, you'll agree with me, none too pleased with the Patriots after a long, agonizing stay out of the spotlight since Tom Brady went to Tampa, now find itself again with another team right at the top of the AFC, a former Patriots Super Bowl champion at head coach, a young stud MVP caliber quarterback. Is Mike Vrabel, Trysta, does Mike Vrabel have the Patriots poised for another potential dynasty?
First of all, I would say not long enough that they've been out of the spotlight.
I think everyone outside of the greater New England area would agree with you there.
Yeah, like, I thought we were done with these jokers, and after just really what felt like a respite, you blink your eye and they're back again, baby. I don't think we can toss around the word dynasty yet, right? You need rings. You need revenge arcs. You need so many more chapters than what we would even begun to see to even think about dynasty. But are they set up for what we've seen from the Patriots in the past? Yes. You can see it in the way that Mike Vrabel coaches. You can see it in the way that they prep, the way they talk. Drake May already has this lore around him. The team, like Stephon Diggs is just like, not been a problem at all. Like, he's been a problem kind of everywhere he's gone. There's been chat. Not one issue with Stephon Diggs. This is a team that suffocates you for 4 quarters. So, yeah, like, this roster feels like it has runway, but I'm not ready to say dynasty yet. And fingers crossed they never will be.
Yeah, well, I think, again, 31 fan bases outside. I even think Patriots fans can appreciate that. Listen, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping, as former NFL wide receiver Steve Smith famously said. I'll say this about New England. Now, they spent a ton of money this offseason on free agents, bringing in Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Carlton Davis, and others to fix this defense, and give them credit. Like, all those signings have worked. But that's not really how you build like a sustainable team. You have to draft really well. And while you could say, well, they drafted Drake May, great, like I could have drafted Drake May. Do you really get credit for like hitting the 3rd quarterback selected in a 3-quarterback draft? I know 6 went in that 1st round, but great, like they drafted Drake May. He's unbelievable. I think for the Patriots to take the next step, they're going to have to draft better and get some young talent here, not just on defense, but also on offense where, Drake Maye has been this talent elevator, and maybe he's just like Brady in that regard where he can take, a Kayshon Boutte, take a Matt Collins, take a Kyle Williams, and elevate them to this level. I think they're going to have to draft better. But Drake Maye is good enough right now where we can at least entertain the possibility of the Patriots being maybe not a dynastic team, but at least a team in contention to win for quite some time. Would you agree with that? Is that fair?
I 100% agree. I think about the fact that A.J. Brown wanted to be a Patriot. That's what he has said on record, and they passed over him for a guy that Tom Brady went and played catch with once and said he'll never get the ball again from me. So yeah, I think when it comes to evaluating offensive talent, that's the one question mark that even over the course of the dynasty, we haven't seen them really find. They've made lemonade out of lemons, right? We saw guys like Julian Edelman become like players that you could rely on.
A college quarterback who became like a borderline, not going to make the Hall of Fame, but like a borderline Hall of Fame player, for instance.
Lacrosse players that turn into wide receivers, like guys that are at the twilight of their career that end up becoming PPR monsters in the run game. So I just think in order to be a dynasty, if you don't have the greatest player of all time in Tom Brady, you probably need to surround Drake Maye with some more elite pieces.
This all felt like a pretty veiled shot at Bill Belichick, so I'll take the veil off and say, hey, Bill, for as great a coach as you were, and you're the greatest of all time, couldn't draft offensive skill position players to save your life. And shout out to the then Oakland Raiders, who decided to hand Randy Moss to the Patriots prior to 2007 for literally a fourth-round pick. Great job by the Oakland Raiders with that one. Didn't actually help the Patriots win a Super Bowl, but they went undefeated that year. Bills-Patriots this weekend. These are going to be great rivals in the AFC East, it feels like, for years to come. Josh Allen's 29, Drake Maye's 23. Pick one quarterback for the next 10 years, Trysta. Josh Allen or Drake Maye.
I'm going to go the economics route. And so it's not about who you are now.
I did not think I would hear economics in this discussion. It's a great, I didn't think, like, well, let me break this down mathematically for you. I love this.
Let me just talk cap, right? Let me just talk about why the Bills have been so bad. And a lot of that comes down to they are getting squeezed by Josh Allen on one of the biggest contracts in the NFL. Yes, you've got a quarterback who's ascending. He's efficient, who's consistent. But most importantly, Nick, he's effing cheap.
For now. In 2 years, he won't be, but yes.
In 2 years, he won't be. And that part matters more than I think a lot of people will admit. One of the most important things you can have is an elite quarterback on his rookie deal. We saw it with our guy Joe Burrow in the early stages of the Bengals. They need to capitalize on that now. He's giving you borderline MVP caliber football on his rookie deal. When you have a guy like Josh Allen who's going to continue to get more and more expensive, he's not going to just end up being on like some sort of veteran minimum. That makes it really hard to build a roster around him that surrounds him with pieces that can actually win a Super Bowl.
I'll tell you, if you're taking Drake Maye for that reason, then you need to win in the next couple seasons because he's going to be making more than Josh Allen probably in a couple years. I'm going to give I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm like the boomer on this crew here. I will give kind of like the old man, like yelling at the cloud answer here. And I said this earlier. It's not that Drake Maye can't do it. Like, I think Drake Maye is awesome. Like, I think he's unbelievable. There's no question, right? Josh Allen has proven it. He's been there and he's done that. And I think if Mahomes gets out of the way, and that may happen this year, I think the conversation might be a little different about Josh Allen moving forward. So because I've seen Josh Allen do it, and I have no qualms about him being able to play late into his 30s, maybe the physical running style won't be there as much. But I mean, you're telling me 38-year-old Josh Allen still can't get it done? I'll take Josh Allen for the next decade over Drake Maye by a smidge, but I'll take Josh Allen.
Well, and I will say this, Haley Steinfeld, I don't think is going to allow Josh Allen to look like Phillip Rivers does right now and let his body go. I think in his late 30s, he will be chiseled, he will be in condition, he will be Gronk-esque, which I think Gronk could probably go out and play right now with how he looks. So yeah, I agree with that in terms of like how long Josh Allen will be able to play at this level.
I love that for 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, retired for 5 years, catching a stray here. His face does look like he got stung by a couple hornets. Our guy needs to drink a case of water, I think, to look a little better out there.